Right, where do I even start this video, because I actually can't even process or comprehend what I've just witnessed there in that 90 minutes of football. Arsenal won, Manchester City 2 at the Emirates Stadium, and oh my god, let me just take a because honestly, from start to finish, that game had absolutely everything. Goals, drama, unbelievable football, some great defending, work ethic, and overall, of course, controversy, because the game was just steeped in controversy, to be honest. With the penalty incidents, the red card, the referee getting absolutely abused by the Arsenal fans for the majority of the second half. But yeah, first of all, I want to say it was probably one of the most undeserved results I've seen from a long, long time in the Premier League. I mean, how City have smashed and grabbed that win against Arsenal is honestly beyond me, because I thought Arsenal were absolutely perfect. They played unbelievable, especially in the first half. They controlled the game. Saka's goal, of course, putting them 1-0 up at the break, and it was definitely deserved. A really good move, Tierney into the box, and a great finish from Saka. And Arsenal deserved their lead at half time. I thought they were absolutely brilliant. Controlled City in terms of, restricting them to getting into the final third and causing the Arsenal defence problems. And also, as well, they pressed them like absolute greyhounds. Arsenal were absolutely brilliant. They were perfect in the first half, and in my opinion, deserved their lead going into half time. Second half starts, they continue on the same vein. Arsenal, they once again press City like greyhounds. City can't do much about it, and then the game turns on a controversial penalty decision given away by Granit Xhaka on Bernardo Silva. In my personal opinion on the penalty, I can understand why it's given, but at the same time, what is the slogan? The reason VAR was introduced was to ultimately, by definition, overturn decisions that were, clear and obvious errors, which in my opinion that wasn't. I think it was clumsy from Xhaka to stick a leg out and grab onto Bernardo Silva's shirt, but I think it's soft. I don't think it's a clear and obvious error, and I think Arsenal can feel hard done by, and obviously they have felt hard done by, because for the rest of the game they were the victims of the referee. Mahrez slots it away, and at that stage the game is, still recoverable for Arsenal, you can say, because they still had 11 men on the pitch. They still could have given it to City. Obviously there was that incident straight after the penalty that was scored. Laporte heads it over the goalkeeper, and Nathan Ake, in my opinion, saves his team, because if that goes in, Gabriel doesn't get sent off, or at least doesn't get sent off at 1-1, and Arsenal do control the game again and probably go on to win that game. And I'm 100% convinced that if Gabriel did not get sent off in that game, Arsenal would go on to win the game. And in my opinion, I think the red card was justified. The first yellow card for Gabriel is a horrendous mistake from him. You cannot get booked for something silly like that, like, messing up the penalty spot right in front of the fourth official. And then the second yellow card is just stupid. It's a cynical foul. It's a clear yellow card, and I think he deserved to be sent off. And I really feel bad for him, because, to be honest, I was actually going to praise him in this video. I thought he was really good in the first half. I really rate him as a centre-back. Then he goes and lets his team down completely by getting two stupid, silly, avoidable yellow cards, and in my opinion costs his team the game, because, as I said, I firmly believe if Arsenal have 11 men on the pitch for the rest of that match, they go on to beat Man City, which would have been a humongous result for them. But yeah, of course, then Gabriel gets sent off. Arsenal then have to revert for, just settling for a point, and for the last half an hour, 25 minutes, they just camped everyone behind the ball, tried to hit City on the break. Yeah, it didn't work for them in the end, because Rodri goes and steals a goal in the 93rd minute, a poxy goal. But will City fans care? Will they fuck? Honestly, City, that was the hallmark of champions from them, to win when you don't deserve it so much. I'm actually impressed, because City, under no circumstances, deserve to win that game, and they have come away with 3 points. And yeah, in fairness to them, you just have to say fair play. They're going to win the league now. In terms of the standout performers, Thomas Partey got man of the match on BT Sport, and I wholeheartedly agree with that. I think he was an absolute engine in midfield. He won the ball back, he drove from midfield, and yeah, overall his passing range was very good. He showed grit, he showed heart in midfield, and he absolutely ran the midfield for Man City. And I think definitely deserved to be man of the match. In terms of Arsenal's other standout performers, I think Martinelli ran himself into the ground. Should have probably scored, but even still, I think he did enough to earn himself a good performance from me. I think Saka was very good till he came off. I think Lacazette ran his socks off up front. I think the back four, I think Tomiyasu once again was solid as ever. I really like Tomiyasu as a fullback. I think he gives you everything you need in terms of just being a solid 7 or 8 out of 10 every single game. Ben White was good. Gabriel was good until he got sent off. And I think Xhaka was actually quite good defensively as well, and actually had some discipline on him that he usually doesn't have. So I think Arsenal overall, it's just so cruel on them, and that's the way football works sometimes. But yeah, I think Arsenal can, hold their heads high, because even though I despise Arsenal as a football club, and don't get me wrong, today was one of the only times I ever wanted them to win a game, which is ironic because they went and lost the game, the one time I want them to win. But I'm trying to be unbiased in this video and just say that Arsenal, they can be proud of themselves. They were absolutely brilliant, and can go on to the next game. And I personally do believe they will get top 4 this season. I think there's something more to Arsenal this season we haven't seen in previous years with regards to the grit, the determination, the spirit that Arsenal haven't had really in previous years. I think they've adopted that to a certain extent this season, and I think that they will go on to get top four come the end of the season. And yet they definitely show that again today, Arsenal as well. They definitely had on display that, grit, that determination, that steel that I said, of course, previous Arsenal teams haven't, had really. And I think that was shown in terms of the fact that they really got stuck into the Arsenal for the full 90 minutes. I mean, that's one thing you wouldn't say. When City go to a team like Arsenal, even in that 5-0 earlier in the season, Arsenal were, boyish. It looked like men against boys. They were afraid to go into tackles. They were afraid of City overall. And today they really brought the fight to City and went through them, like they were brick walls, to be honest. And that's one thing I will respect about Arsenal's performance today. But yeah, as I said, fair play to City. They didn't deserve the win whatsoever, but they will not care whatsoever because they're still top of the league. They're still like 9 points clear or something like that, and they more than likely are now going to go on and win the league. And they've got themselves a massive win in maintaining their lead at the top of the table. So all is well at Man City. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say on this game now. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like as per usual. Also make sure to subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. We are looking to hit 1.8k subscribers on this channel as soon as you bloody well possibly can. So if you could subscribe to the channel and also leave a like, that would be massively appreciated in helping me reach that goal. And I will talk to you guys later. And somehow Arsenal have lost that football match, but talk to you later.